I've been here for 5 years and I've owned 5 businesses in 5 years. And I started giving back to the community. So I started asking myself, what should I do? I started browsing ideas. Then I'm like, podcast. I'll start a podcast. I won't be able to teach the audience because I'm not expert, not qualified to help anyone. But what I can do is ask bold questions to qualified people. And I'm going to ask, how did you make your first million? Because this is credibility. The purpose of this podcast was from the beginning is giving value and giving back. Because I felt like I owe this community. Majd, welcome to my podcast, man.
Thank you for having me here.
I think you're the first young money that comes to this podcast.
Yeah, am I the youngest?
Like the rest were young. Don't start hating me right now. You guys are not old fucks. But this guy is very young. You're 21?
I'm 21, yeah.
You're 21. I'm going to tell you how this guy reached out to me to be on the podcast. I'm going to actually go through the DMs right now.
Oh, no.
It was June 13. I think it was a Saturday night, 9:18 p.m. I get a message from a guy, yo, the fuck? What do I do now? I got kind of confused. I'm like, I usually at this time, I don't get messages from guys, especially if I don't know them. And then the guy sends, yo. So I send him back, yo, with a laughing emoji. Because I'm like, the fuck you want? And then he's like, saw that I had a podcast for millionaires and stuff. And then we end up scheduling the podcast. So that was the funniest podcast scheduling that I've ever had in my life. And I appreciate you for this, man, actually. I appreciate the balls that you got. So, Majd, we start the podcast always with this question. How did you make your first million?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, it's kind of like complicated for me because I did it twice, like not 2 millions, but my first million I made kind of was a bit tricky how I made it. I just sold something that was super expensive and then I sold it in crypto.
You sold something that's so expensive?
Yeah, so I was selling software basically.
Oh, okay. I thought you sold drugs or something.
No, not drugs. So I was selling like software for other Chinese companies and then that was paid for in crypto. And at the time, it was 2019 or so.
So you were doing sales for this company?
No, I was actually building the software.
So did you study how to build the software? That's your profession?
Yeah, I was a game developer for, did game development for a while, but then before that, I was learning how to do game development.
Okay.
And so that got me into software. I started building a few applications. But those Chinese companies, what they were doing is, because the App Store got banned in China,
yeah.
So they were building their own stores. Their own application stores. And so they would want to have applications on them. And so my applications, they would buy them from me, like the ones I built. Even though they're simple apps, like one of them was a calculator. So they would buy them from me in crypto. And back in 2019, crypto was very cheap, relatively cheap, obviously. And I didn't know how to cash out. So when it came to 2021, that multiplied a lot. And so that became the amount of money that I had for a long time. And then we bought a house with it. So that's why I say it's complicated. So that one is like, okay, cool. I had $1 million.
So that's your first million?
Yeah.
Okay. How old were you?
So in 2019, I was like 17, 18.
17, 18?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm broke. I had like $200 when I was 17, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. When did this second million come into place?
So that was in 2023. And that was like hard work money, like actual hard. So that was...
What did you do? Construction?
No, not that hard. Not that hard.
Okay.
Respect everyone doing construction. But no, it was a lot of like company building. I would build companies and like try and do actual customers and bring revenue, learn how to interact with people and everything like that, do investor meetings and everything that goes with building a startup. But what really did it for me was building a startup in crypto. And so then there was multiple revenue sources that allowed me to build a lot of liquid. Because you can have a net worth of $1 million, but have like 10K in actual liquid. So 10 million liquid came in when I started a crypto company. I won't mention the name. And then that did a lot of revenue from different sources. It did revenue from taxes, which are transaction fees. So whenever someone buys and sells, and then the product itself made some revenue. So the product itself was something where you hire customers, developers, or any talent through a Telegram bot. So you go to a Telegram bot, you say, I want a graphic designer. You find someone, and then we get commission based on their salary. So you hire like a photographer.
Okay.
You pay them, or as a client, you pay them 10K. I get 5% of that 10K.
Okay.
So I was making commission from those hires, and then also had a token, like a cryptocurrency. And because the platform was doing good on the transaction side, everyone was speculating the token side as well. So they were buying it, selling it, and there was a lot of transaction volume, which translated to a lot of cash. And so that was the bulk of the money I made in 2023.
Who did you start this company with?
So I started it with a friend I met in Toronto. So that year there was a conference in Toronto, called East Toronto. I met him it was funny actually, because that conference is only 2 days long or 3 days long, I can't remember. It's from the 17th till the 20th of August, or actually from the 14th to the 17th of August. And so I stayed there. That was my hotel reservation. My flights were booked for that date, and I brought my parents with me because it's going to be boring without them. But that day I was like, let me stay the extra day. There's an extra event on this spot. And then I'm like, to my mom and dad, I'm like, you go, I'll stay. I'll go to that event. I'll follow you back home the next day. And so that day there was this small event, side event, they call it. Barely anyone showed up, but he was celebrating his birthday at that event too. It was like a rooftop called Lavelle. So it's a nice area. And he comes up to me, he's like, yo, what's going on here? I'm like, yo, it's crypto. It's a crypto event. I was like, oh, no shit, Yeah, so it was like crypto. I'm in crypto too. I'm like, yeah, oh, no, nice. This is not crazy event. There was a better event that was happening a few days ago. I was like, yeah, tell me more about yourself. I'm like, yeah, I do game development. I do a bit of crypto work. I was an engineer at a different company before. So I was like, yeah, I do this as well. I was hiring for that company. And then he was like, all right, let's get in touch.
Dude, so you were like 20, you were like 19?
At that point, I was like almost 20, yeah.
Fuck, man, you're like an engineer at like 20 and you're engineering all this shit? Fuck, some people are smart.
No, don't call myself smart. I just started like young, man. Like my uncle built a lot of applications when I was around him, and it was like kind of the one I looked up to.
Okay.
And so I started learning at that age too. So I built a few apps, taught myself a few things, and then when you get into game
development, he's not smart.
Like the thing is, I don't think the thing I was doing was called smart, because there's like different levels to building software. You can be stupid and build software, and you can be smart at building software.
Okay.
So I was the one that's stupid building software, but I guess I was business smart because I was able to.
The ideas were good. You had a vision and you executed.
And I was doing it fast. Okay. Like a lot of software developers, they want to perfect their software. That wasn't my thing. I'm like, I just want to get it out as soon as possible.
Done better than perfect all the time.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, if you don't get it to customers, if you take 3 years to get it to your customer, you might be dead by 3 years. Like literally.
Yeah, the idea is not valuable anymore.
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, let's build software and get it out as soon as possible. So I had a lot of softwares. I did like contract work to learn that too. It was a lot of work, but then, yeah, so I had that engineering job. I'm like, yeah, I did this, and this. And I was like, yeah, let's get in touch. So we get in touch. He messaged me the day after I get home. I was like, yo, what's up? We met here. I'm like, yeah, I know, we did. I was like, I'm doing a game. Would you want to build it for me? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll get it done today. So I built an entire game for him today. I was like, how much would it cost? I'm like, I don't want to charge you, bro. Just give me 5% of the company. Or maybe I asked for equity and he's like, take 5%. I'm like, sure, I'll take it.
Sweat equity.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to, charge you. I already have people that pay me for that. And you go nowhere with those people. You say you charge $5K a game, your cash flow is burned very fast. At least for me, it was.
It's a hit and run game.
Yeah. And so he gave me 5% equity. And then we built that game, we launched it. It doesn't do too good, obviously. But then I was like, all right, bro, like we did this together, didn't do too well. Let's do my idea. Let's build this game. So it was like an explosion kind of game. And then he went to a party that day and met 2 other people. And like, I met those 2 crazy guys and they have a $40 million company in crypto. Should we bring them on board as advisors? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it, bro. So they come on advisors and they advise my company that I started with him. And they're like, this idea is bullshit. Don't do this. Let's do this instead. And his idea was that the name was like Vault, right? Vault, V-A-U-L-T, like as a vault.
Yeah, there's an event now called Vault.
Yeah, I saw that in Toronto.
US, yeah.
So the idea of it was like a vault, you put money in it and then it explodes. And the advisor was like, because it's a vault, let's just rename it to something different or repurpose that vault to an escrow platform. I'm like, sure, let's do it. And that advisor eventually became a team member, same with his friend. So those 2 became team members. We rebrand the entire website. We do the entire platform from scratch, and we launch 3 months after. Okay. And so that company reached $40 million in valuation, and it was 4 people of us. It made I think it was $100 million in transaction volume.
Not bad. What do you think helped? Is it the advisors or the proper idea or the execution? What was it like that cut it for this idea? So
I can't take any credit for this company. I sure came up with some of the idea. I did a lot of the execution, but all these 2 guys that we brought on were so smart.
Okay.
So smart. I mean, they
creative or smart, or they have a vision, or
and everything can you imagine. So when it comes to this, so there are 2 guys, right? One of them is like all about ideas, creativity, and getting customers. satisfied. The other one was getting the product out there.
How old were they?
They're young like us.
No way.
Yeah, so one of
Fucking
them
awesome.
is 26, one of them is
What do
20.
you mean like us? I'm not that young.
I mean, bro, you're like 27, 28.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, so they're young, like, they were young as me. I was the youngest always, but they're super, super intelligent.
How much did you own in this company? What's the
It was
percentage?
equal share.
Equal share.
Yeah,
Fuck. That's what we say, good karma or luck.
yeah. So,
right? You're in the right room with the right people.
yeah, no, equal. Those guys, like, they have fuck you money, I won't lie. And they're so rich, they don't care.
They didn't give a fuck. They were just fucking with you, maybe see if it's gonna work.
No, they don't even care about them. Like, if I take their share, they would like, all right, cool. You know, like, that's how rich they are. That's how rich they are. And he even told it,
All right, cool.
said it to me. Yeah, we have more companies with them now. Like, I was having shisha with them, and then it was like, yo, this guy, my friend, like the other person, is like, if he wakes up tomorrow with this share gone, this share gone, this share gone, I'm like, all right, cool. They're that rich because their main company did $1 billion. You know, it went to $1 billion in valuation, and they have like two other companies.
I don't know who you are. I'm very happy for you and very proud of you. Honestly, like very happy for them. I'm very happy for people like this, man. I don't envy them. I'm not jealous of them. I'm very fucking.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for you guys. If you guys are watching this, I'm thankful for you guys. They taught me a lot.
You bought that fucking diamond necklace on him.
Yeah. So to be fair, from that point, like I made a good chunk of money. Like I made a really
2023.
2023. It was a large amount of money. It was over a bit over $1 million in that year alone. But that opened doors, right?
So how did you claim that money? Like, was it like in value, or you got it cash in the bank?
It's crypto, so it's
in
technically
crypto?
cash.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have equity. You know, it's
Yeah.
actual cash in the.
What is it
bank.
that you did after finding out that you have $1 million right now in crypto? Like,
So the thing
did
is-
you buy something? Did you
Yeah.
make a decision? What was like the breaking point?
So here, I remember that day actually. I was looking at it, you know, I was like, all right, cool. You know, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And I was in a hotel lobby in Toronto because we always like go and see each other there for like coming up with ideas and stuff. I was in a hotel lobby waiting for a pickup Uber, and I was like sitting down at like 10 p.m. and I was looking at my phone. Oh, it's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. But I'm chill now. I don't have to work because I had a full-time job still. I had the VP of engineering, whatever it's called, that job at Montreal. I'm like, even if I don't show up tomorrow, I'm chilling, you know? So that was the craziest feeling. I won't lie. What did I do? Nothing. Like all the jewelry I have on, I kind of bought throughout. The diamonds I bought recently, but I had throughout. Nothing crazy with the million. I guess they living the same.
Did you change your car? Did you buy a house? Did you go to the casino?
So like I said, I bought a house with my first M, you know, from my parents. I mean, it wasn't kind of my choice. My parents saw it and like, yo, we're buying a house. I'm like, cool.
Hey, we don't want you to go waste this.
I think it was 17, 16, something like super young. I didn't even,
Wow.
you know, with Arab parents, you don't really have a choice at that age, you know?
Well, they made the right choice too.
Yeah. With my second M, it was a lot of it in crypto, so I kind of stayed in crypto. And the thing is, like, with crypto, to get that money out to your bank, there's a lot of headache to go through.
And tax and shit. like
Yeah,
this,
so I can't just put it all in my
Is
bank.
it still like valuable right now? Because I know the crypto has been.
Oh, it because back in 2023, it wasn't that crazy. Now it's even higher.
Okay.
Yeah, so even though it dips, like still it's all unrealized gains. But yeah, I didn't do anything crazy. The craziest I felt was when I saw 100K. Like, I'm like, all right, so I'm done. You know, I'm like rich now. You know, bro, 100K cash.
I remember that moment.
Yeah, that's the richest you feel. After that, all right, cool. After that, I was like, you know, I'm chill for like say the next 5 years.
Okay.
But I bought my car recently. It was a month ago, and it crashed like a week after. I
What
bought
did you buy?
this car that you saw.
You said you crashed it.
The same one I crashed.
doesn't
I
look
fixed
crashed.
I fixed it.
Oh, you fixed it.
So it wasn't that crazy of a crash. I bought a BMW 760, which is a V12. I can't control that engine. Like, so I had like a Toyota Corolla, and upgrading to a V12. You're like, you're zooming.
So here we go. An Arab guy makes his first million, buys a BMW, all iced out, wearing fucking hood clothes. That's what we
don't-
do when we make the first million.
Nah, bro, be careful. This shirt is not a hood clothes, bro. This shirt is expensive. I won't lie.
But bro, like it looks like a shirt you can buy from Walmart.
Yeah,
I'm being honest with you.
and that's why I like it. It's
It looks
low-key.
nice on you. It looks
Yeah?
nice on
Thank
you,
you.
but it's low key. But maybe you paid like $400 for
It's
it.
1,000. Yeah, man. Those
Fuck,
those are
man.
expensive, bro.
No way. Good for. I know they're expensive. But you have to promise me something. We were chatting before we started this podcast. This guy does not like to wear a suit. And I promised him to take him to my suit guy.
You have to convince me with that.
I'll take you to that guy, and you have to buy a suit. Can you promise me this?
I promise you, I'll buy it.
I'll give you a free photo shoot with my team if you buy a suit.
Deal.
Deal?
Deal.
You know what? 2 suits.
I'll buy
So
it.
the photo shoot will be like multiple outfits. I know you could buy them, but I
Okay.
want you to buy them. I want you to fucking wear them.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like a deal.
You're a smart man, made a lot of money. When you're driving out there or you're walking out there, I don't want people to think that you're a fucking drug dealer. You look like a straight up drug dealer right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I like I own 3 diamond rings. I love
Yeah.
them. I wear them most of the times, you know what I mean? But you wear the diamond rings with the fucking suit, man.
Yeah.
Come on, I like young guys with suits.
Okay.
You gonna do this for me? Fucking do it.
All right.
We'll go this week or next week to my suits guy.
Bro, sounds good. Just hit me up.
Well,
Let me
we're
know.
gonna suit you up like something sexy.
I'm down for it. Like for suits, I never thought they fit me well, and the reason why is I go to those minimum wage, like employees, and they dress me up. I'm like, this doesn't look good.
Yeah, I was telling him like most of the guys that I know never wanted to wear suit because they go to some stores in the malls and there's some minimum wage employee who doesn't even wear a suit and is trying to dress you up. Then you end up looking funny.
Yeah.
Some funny colors and funny combination, and you're like, fuck this. I lost all of my confidence right now. So I have a couple suits guy that you go there to educate you. Why do you need to wear this jacket with this shirt? How the shirt has to be taller than the jacket and stuff like this.
That's why when I saw this, I'm like, is this tailored? Because it looks perfect.
Yeah.
Like even I noticed
it's not
that.
tailored. Now, I have 52 suits. Half of them aren't tailored. And I'm going to just let you on a very small secret. Some of them are like $400, $300 suits only. Right? They still look great because the person who put them on me was educated about suits. Suits is just like science, man.
Yeah.
It's not that simple. So we'll take care of this part for you.
Okay.
Deal?
Maybe next podcast you'll see me wearing a suit.
Absolutely. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Awesome. What are you doing right now with your money? Are you still like investing in crypto, buying and selling, or you're starting a business, or you're thinking of, opening a restaurant, a shawarma place? What is it? What's going on?
So there's a lot going on, man. Like that company, like I said, opened doors to a lot more opportunities.
Okay.
It kind of, because I always say this, in crypto, it's all about your connections. In most cases, in all businesses, it's all about your connections.
Okay.
So open doors, a lot more doors. So I was able to get investment opportunities I would never have gotten.
You invested or people invested in you?
I invested and people invested in me as well.
Okay, what did you invest in? Like something that made you good money?
So a lot of like DGen plays where you put like $2,000 and get like 50K out of it.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
What are you investing in?
there's a lot of them. So this is why I say
What kind of
opportunities-
products are those? Like, is it crypto or it's like actual businesses?
Actual businesses. So for
Actual
exa-
business giving you this kind of return.
So for example, you are there's a company I invested in. I put $3,000 and got like 100 out of it. I mean, my company,
Wow.
like the one I told you about, investors who put 3K out and they got 150K out of it.
Yeah. So startups. You're investing in
Yeah.
startups.
So I invest in startups. So this company I put 3K, I got like almost 100K out of it. And that's the money I bought my car with. So that company was an AI company where you give it code and it tells you your code is good or bad. It gives you like a report on what you to improve, suggestions or whatever. And it was specifically for smart contracts, which is code on the blockchain. So it was very, very niche and very needed in that space. And it does it in an instant because it's AI. So that did very well. It also reached like 50 or so million in valuation. And there's a lot more opportunities that I got after, which were anywhere from the range of 20K. Sometimes you lose, obviously, but your wins cover your losses. And then I also do day trading a little bit. I put it on my story sometimes. I'm like, I bought Solana.
I saw some.
Yeah, because Solana to me is so volatile, and it's so good because the community will always save it. So I see a range like an opportunity. There's like some technical terms like support and resistance levels. I will scout those and trade between those levels with like sizable amounts. Let's say 500,000. You make 2%, bro, that's like 10K. That's a lot of money, right? I might done the math wrong. I just woke up, but it's okay. So I do those sort of
Just
trades.
woke up. It's 2:00.
2 o'clock. I mean, I woke up at 12, to be fair. So I woke up twice. I woke up at 9, I had a meeting.
Oh, I can't say shit. This guy is what? Making millions like this? Of course you can wake up at 12. What were you doing last night? Eating juice dudes?
Bro, juices is insane, but I'm trying to cut, man. I'm trying to cut. If I go there every day, I'll be.
This guy goes to juice dudes and sends me pictures. Like 8 items of everything, and I'm like, who did you take there? Syria? All of Syria was having juice dudes
No,
that day?
my family was crying too, because like,
That's
yo, all
good.
this food, we can't eat all this. I'm like,
But you guys did eat it.
yeah, they did.
Yeah,
And I
that's
love
good.
the pistachio croissant. I don't know what you guys call it, but that thing
Pistachio
is insane.
high. Pistachio
That
high.
thing is insanely
Yeah,
good.
man. It's like a croissant with the asha inside, lots of pistachio sauce on it, like all the
Yeah.
good stuff. It's my favorite too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I saw it. It's funny because you were telling me you guys thrived on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I've never seen you guys on Uber Eats before I saw you on my Instagram. I saw there was a juice dude's juice. Had like the everything in it. I don't remember what.
The rainbow dude or the fancy
Rainbow dude, yeah.
Yeah, rainbow dude.
So I saw that on my Instagram. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go try it. So I go try it, and then I saw it on my my Uber Eats.
Yeah.
My guys might recognize me. You always send me a note. Thank you, Jeff. I put my name as Jeff on my Uber Eats.
That's his white name.
Yeah, I always get that. I thank you, Jeff. That's a nice note. My parents make fun of it. Like, yo, thank you, Jeff. Because every time they see that note, they're like, yo, I got juice last night. I'm like, yeah. I always work in that. That's why, like, I wake
Okay.
up
So
late.
you do the tradings and stuff at night?
No, so you asked me what I do with the money. Like, I do that. I do a lot of trading, and I put it on my Instagram because I'm trying to grow that. And then I did a lot of private investments just yesterday. Yesterday I did I think it was 50K in a company that sells cars, like luxury cars, like Lambos, whatever, with crypto. So I just invested because in crypto it's all about speculation, and there was a lot of KOLs, like influencers, that were involved in that round. I'm like, oh bro, it's crazy. There's a lot of people, they will push it. So I invested. That's, I think, my biggest investment so far. I'm trying to buy a business here in Ottawa myself for another
Which business?
Code Ninjas. Have you seen them, Barhaven?
Code Ninjas?
Yeah.
What do they do?
They teach kids how to code. That was actually my first business. I was working there at 16. I was hired by this guy. He just opened there. I'm like, oh, let's work together. I started teaching kids there, and now I'm trying to buy equity in there. So that's something else I'm doing with my
Awesome
money.
business. Are they growing the business or they had a plateau?
So you'll be the first one to hire to help with the marketing. I know you have a marketing agency. They have done zero marketing so far. Zero, and
They don't need marketing. Just put the word out there. What the fuck? This is a great idea. They don't need me.
So they do, because a lot of parents don't even know it exists. It's an amazing idea that sells itself
Yeah,
out.
we'll meet up.
So yeah, I'm doing that, and then there is another company I'm starting, which is kind of getting to a size where, it might be in the billions of valuations. So that's taking up all my time. Like I woke up at 9 today. I woke up at 9. I slept like 5. So at 9 for the meeting, and I went back to bed. That's why I woke up late at 12. That company is helping developers be more efficient. So a lot of developers right now, they use something called ChatGPT. For example, you want to build a script for shooting guns, right? Like in video games. So they go to the ChatGPT and they say, build me the script for Unity, and they copy and put it in Unity. So we built a software that does a lot of things. One, you can do it in the software, so you can ask it in the software. It will fix your code. So if there's any bugs, it will tell you here's a bug, and it will give you suggestions. But like, instead of doing this code this way, here's a better, more optimal way to do it. And we're building more stuff that kind of serve that mission of optimizing the flow of developers. A code editor, Chrome extension, mobile application. And we built all that. And then on top of everything, for using it, you don't earn money like cryptocurrency. So because data is very valuable in AI, and companies obviously pay for it, we're able to take that data, monetize it, and pay back the developers with that money.
It's a really good idea. But is there enough developers out there that could afford this?
It's free.
Free.
And then like the thing,
How do you make your money?
well, there's a lot of ways to make money in crypto, like with taxes and stuff, and that's the bulk of it. But we hired an agency which is run by an NVIDIA executive, and he basically does a lot of enterprise sales in Silicon Valley. So with those sorts of startups where it's a SaaS product, your most chunk of money comes from enterprise sales. So you sell to like big startups, and they buy, let's say, for a contract for 100K, and that means they get the software for all their employees for a specific period of time. So this agency is supposed to help us land those sales for those startups. They work with a few, and that will be a good chunk of money. And then again, taxes, because it will have a crypto coin associated with it. So every time someone buys and sells, I'll get a commission out of that. And then there will be a paid tier, but there's also a free tier for developers. But yeah, that's the company.
That's awesome, man. Have you ever considered real estate investing?
I have. So the thing with me is, like I said, the biggest check I invested was 50K, which was 2 days ago. Real estate is something where you have to put a lot of money down. And I'm okay with it, but every time it gets to it, like actually putting the money down, I look at it, I'm like, all right, so I want to put down $500,000. If I put $500,000 in crypto, I can make 50K tomorrow. But then if I put in real estate...
Probably.
No, so for me, it's like a very high chance. Like, I got to a point where I understand, and even there's like stuff that you can do to reduce your risk.
I'll give you $500,000 today. Go make me 50K tomorrow. I'll give you half of them. The fuck?
No, so like I don't do
If
that
it's that sure. Well,
No.
if it's that sure, why not?
because dealing with my money, I'm stress free. I'm like, all right, if I lose like, because there's something called stop loss or trailing stop loss. You put it and like the most I'll lose 20K, but the most I gain is, let's say 100K, right? 100K is very unrealistic, but you get the point.
Mm.
And it's stress free because I buy and set the trailing stop, like, the trailing stop loss, and I go to bed. With your money or someone else's money, there's
can't
more
sleep.
headache. Yeah, there's
You
more
can't
headache.
sleep.
My friends always tell me like, here, take my money too. I'm like, and they always, when they invest in my companies,
That's wise.
they tell me how much is it going to go out. I'm like, bro, when you put your money, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it 100%. Even though a lot of them made money, like one of them made 70K. I'm like, bro, I know you made this much money. Don't get greedy. Don't listen to my advice. I'm like, I don't want the headache. I'm not responsible. Because dealing with people's money is a lot of headache. People come after you. People call you all the time. I don't want the stress-free life,